I went out for the day with a girlfriend, and I was angry with myself afterwards because I should have stuck up for myself. It was just going out to dinner, and we ended up ordering what she wanted rather than what I would have liked to have had, and I just let it pass. And so I was aware that there was anger there.
Yeah.
And I'd pushed it down.
Yeah. You accommodated her rather than you.
Yes. But to try and look at it and see what it feels like, I have to be honest, I haven't done.
Well, again, there's a few stages to it, right? There's the stage where she's saying, shall we have this?
Yeah.
And I wonder if what happens is a part of you goes, no, I don't want that, I want this. Oh, but that would be really rude, and I'm just going to say this. Or you don't even notice how you feel.
I don't even.
Because you're so quick to go, oh, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like your reference point for what you want is historically not internally referenced. What I mean by that is when you were a child, what you wanted was generally decided by what was going to make your mum feel better.
Yeah.
So you weren't turning to, how do I feel? What do I like? What do I want? You were going, what do you want? Yes, that's fine. And it sounds like, and then there's probably the part of you now that goes, but hang on a second, I don't bloody well want to eat that. And then of course you're angry and you're resentful because you don't want to, you can feel part of being more emotionally open, and part of us exploring this is you are more in touch with how you feel and what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think there isn't that, and there isn't that kind of check in my mind that do I want this or whatever. It's almost bypassed, and it's almost I won't upset the apple cart.
Yeah,
I don't want that confrontation with somebody.
But would it have upset the apple cart? Did you have to eat the same anyway?
It was to do with what we were ordering drinks wise, actually, because I wanted red, she wanted white.
Got it. Did they not do half bottles?
No, they didn't. And
well, they do by the glass?
They did, but it got into, well, if we're going to have 2 glasses, we might as well have a bottle. You know that.
That
argument.
No, the conversation. But there's also a place where it's like, well, I don't want to have a half bottle of red. I want to have this, and it sounds like it would have been okay to say, because you could have said, which you wanted which?
I wanted red.
Right, and she wanted white.
Yeah.
So if you said, well, I really want red, she might have been like, well, I really don't mind, so let's have red. Or no, I really want white. Okay, well, no problem. Well, you have red and I'll have white. Do you know what I mean? It's like if someone's sort of like 51-1, 49 the other, it doesn't really matter either way. But you clearly wanted red.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't on the fence. You clearly wanted red.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. And of course, what we did was ended up having a bottle of white. And what did I do? Passive aggressive. I thought, I'm not drinking this. I just thought, this is awful. I'm not drinking it.
Yeah.
And I knew what I was doing afterwards, but it was like I was incapable, earlier on of.
Well, the tricky thing is it sounds like at the point you realised how strongly you felt, you'd already ordered the bottle.
Yeah, it was too late back then.
Well, it wasn't necessarily too late, because you could have said, you know what, I realised I really didn't want white, I want red. I'm happy to pay half the bottle of white because it's my fault for saying yes, but I'm actually going to order a glass of red because that's what I really want. So there also could have been a way of fixing it. But I suspect at that point also, I don't want to upset the apple cart. I don't want to be too fussy. And I think people, there's like a continuum from total conformity to completely, I'll do what I want, quite honestly. And we all exist at different places on that spectrum. It's kind of very shocking to my mum and stepdad that we'll go out to dinner and I will ask for things that are not that way on the menu. Like something will come with something and I'll see on the menu they've got something else. Like, can I swap that for that?
Yeah.
Which in my mind is like the most reasonable thing in the world. And in their mind is like, oh my God, that's so rude. Like, look, you just do what you, but in their mind, you go and see a doctor and they tell you to do something, you don't question it. Whereas in my mind, you ask every question in the book that you want to have clarity for your body. It's in a sense, so we have different levels of where we feel comfortable. But I think the important point is for you to be at peace, and you weren't at peace with the way that it played out.
No, I wasn't.
You said there were a couple of examples that you could think of.
And there was another one as well, which I didn't, just in the same day, that at the end of the play, it's a pet hate of mine, and this is something I'm really going to start to honour. I hate it when everybody just shoots off after the play.
Yeah.
Because I really needed a few minutes
to process.
Just to process what I'd heard.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, "Oh, it's too hot in here, out. Come on, get your Coke, out."
Was this before the cast had left the stage, or
they had like,
because there are those people as well.
Yeah,
but it's like literally as soon as it's like it feels like it's ending, they want to get out. And
let's get to the car park.
They're more interested in getting out quickly. They are respecting the people that spent 2 hours entertaining you.
Yes, yeah, it really is something that so I'm a bit the same in the cinema as well. But anyway, I know I'm a bit of
But it sounds like in that moment, what you needed was to be able to sit and to process and take a minute.
Yeah.
And what your friend wanted was to leave.
Yeah.
And there isn't necessarily in that moment a right or wrong.
No.
Just like the red and white is not a right or wrong, but you had a need and a preference that needed to be honoured.
Mm.
And again, in that instance, if she really wants, or whoever wants to get up and go, so well, I'll meet you in the foyer, I just need a minute. But it's about you honouring what you need in that moment.
Yeah, and I could have said that. I could have so easily said, look, again, as you just said, I need a minute. I'll see you outside in a moment or two. It's voicing what I need and accepting the difficulty that I have with that.
Yeah.
And feeling that I'm worth I have the value that I'm worth. I can't even say it. That I'm worthy enough to ask for what I need.
Yeah.